Hello everyone, welcome to AnimeGirlsGo episode 19. Today the video is about summoning Nero. So for this week I spent 5,000 points on the limited point box event for Nero. So I'll get 80 fragments from it, and also the reward will be 4-star Nero and an additional 100 fragments and 4 gentlemen, heart of gentlemen. So now let's look at the Nero. Okay, so her ultimate skill is the ability to reduce front row anger and recharge 70% to your own anger. And with this I unlock Fate the boss, which have 25 increased attack on both Nero and also Gilgamesh and also Lancer. So now let's quickly level her up, and I have saved enough XP pot for her, but unfortunately I did not save enough gold coins. I only have about less than 4.5 million, and it's definitely not enough to upgrade all her skill. Well, I also save up some advanced pot, but I think it will only be enough to get her to purple first, because with purple you can unlock the first purple skill, and then we'll see whether we can let her ultimate on the first turn. Well, as you can see, I have saved up more than enough XP pot to level her up to my current max team level, which is level 69. So, but as usual, let's upgrade her skill level first, to avoid the waiting time for the skill points to recharge. So let's do her ultimate skill leveling up first. Well, unfortunately I cannot pronounce the ultimate skill, so let's just call it the ultimate skill for now. So let's now advance her first. So I have saved up in quite a number of advanced pots, about 700. So let's see how much we can advance her for this round. And also the low level advanced item is more than enough. So only when you get purple plus 1, until purple plus 4, that is the challenge, because you need a lot of those high level items, and not to mention the advanced pot. And as usual, the aim is minimum to get her to purple first, which is now, so that you can unlock the Thunder Enhance. So with Thunder Enhance, I guess if you enhance it to level 16, you'll be able to use her ultimate on the first turn. So like I mentioned before, I definitely will not have enough gold coins to max all her skill to level 69. So let's max the first, we'll try to max the ultimate skill first, then we can show a demo of her ultimate skill and how much damage you will get at this level 69 without the weapon boost and so on, because definitely I do not have enough to strengthen coins to strengthen the equipment for today, because I barely have 4.5 million. As I mentioned in my earlier video, for S class you need minimum 10 million to get a decent enhancement for them. So, but I think ideally you need about 15 million and above as your level get higher. Well, as you can see, I have saved a lot of XP pot for this, so I think I do not need to even finish my level 3 the XP black tea. So after I finish that, I still have about 25,000 worth of XP coffee, the second grade XP item. So I think after this I can start to train up my other characters too. Okay, so we have another 2 more levels to go. But before that, let's do the skill up again, because this is again to save time for the skill recharge, points recharge. So I mentioned let's try to get the ultimate skill max first if we can, because as you get higher level you get more expensive, and the gold coin is the limit now. So let's wait for double drop gold coin before we eventually max all her skill up. Okay, so let's see, let's continue to level her up to level 69. So we shouldn't need to finish the third level XP pot, the XP black tea. Okay, we are done at 69. So later we can just slot her in the training lab and let her level up there. So now let's collect the daily mission item and then get some more money. Okay, let's go back to her. So now I do not have a lot of money to strengthen her item, but let's do the equipment awaken first, because you only need the heart of gentleman and you do not need any coins to do that. So let's do at least 3 each for the armor, dress, as well as the shoe. And I can't do for the certificate and medal because there's no fragments for the awakened fragments yet, so I have not collected any, so we just have to leave it for now. Let's just awaken another star for the dress, the armor, as well as the shoe. Okay, now we are done. Well, next let's go back to the skill part to increase our skill further. So let's try to get the ultimate skill as high as possible, and let's recap the ultimate skill. For her, the ultimate skill is she can have a chance to reduce anger by 200, and 70% of the anger is given to recharge her anger points. So, and she can, the ultimate skill will affect the front row, and for her small skill is called the Sky of the Scattered Flowers, which has a 20% chance to stun, and she deals 60% bonus damage to wisdom type AnimeGirls, and also she has a 50% chance to recover her anger by 100. So she has 2 skills that can recover her anger, the small skill as well as the ultimate skill. And next, her more interesting skill is this 4th skill, is the Emperor Privilege. It's a passive skill which can revive dead teammate as well as herself. So, but they did not mention that how many times she can do it each round, because for the rest, like the Kurosaki and Enel, has the ability to revive but only once per battle. So we need to test out to see, is it the unlimited time or is it also once per turn per battle. So now let's go back to the Thunder Enhance. So for any character with Thunder Enhance, you will need to level up to level 16, because if you go up to level 16 you will start with 340 anger point, and for that you can ultimate on the first turn. But of course you have to save up a lot of items for you to Thunder Enhance, because I save up my Elf Essence. So for each Elf Essence you will gain 10 points. So as your level get higher you need more points, and you can see at level 16 you need up to 600 from 15 to 16. And also you look at that, we have spent about 1.6 million to increase from level 1 to level 16 itself. So with that, I can't really do much on the enhancing her, strengthening her weapon, and also increasing her skill further. So we'll just have to bear with what we can do right now, because you can see the ultimate skill is at level 65, which is quite high enough, but we don't have the base bonus for the weapon, unfortunately, because I just simply ran out of gold coins. So we just have to wait for tomorrow, and we'll gain another 3-4 million, and then start to do the same routine again. And for her third skill will be the increase in the attack passive skill, and then the fifth skill is also another passive skill that increase damage. So for her, it's she's agility character, so the damage output is high, but of course she's more interesting because she has the ability to stun for the small skill, as well as the ability to reduce anger, which is her ultimate skill, and she have two skills that can recharge her anger, the small skill as well as the ultimate skill, and the fourth skill she can revive herself and also the teammate. So this is definitely one of the more versatile S-class characters so far. Okay, so now let's just level up some of her HP item and her medal and certificate. Well, as you can see, I'm running very low on gold coins, so I think we just have to settle for this, and we just do a skill demo. So we will just do a few of the arena battle. So for me, for this, I'm at silver 5 and I have the highest speed, so this the advantage is I can just try out her skill set with all the top 20 hero in the arena. So now just replace Kurosaki with her, and then we will be able to see all my 6 character will be able to ultimate on the first turn. Okay, so let's try it out now. So she is the first character, so let's see her ultimate immediately. Okay. So you see all 3 character, and the animation with the whirlwind that is to reduce the anger. So it looks like it's 100% chance, so it's definitely better than the saber, because saber skill is the small skill and it's not 100% chance to reduce the anger. So but the problem with Nero as well as saber now is currently you cannot increase their speed, because both this character is not unlocked at the Kokoro Connect for now, so there's no way you can increase their speed except for advancement. So if you advance them from purple to purple +1, +2 and +3, each of this advancement you gain 5 additional speed, which is not a lot if you compare to if you can increase them in the Kokoro Connect. Okay, now let's do the second battle with rank 19. Okay, oh no, this is the rank 2 character, so let's see the difference. Okay, again. Well, for this round you see, although it's 100% hitting, but it can be blocked. So his Hisugaya managed to block the ultimate, so it did not reduce the anger for Hisugaya. Okay. So as mentioned before, this is really a very handy skill, because first turn she will be able to reduce the anger, but to charge up is only 70%, but since now I have her the Thunder Enhanced level 16, she will be able to ultimate on the first round too, so but of course 70% recharge is also good. Anger out of the 200 points, so which is maybe 1/3 of the anger bar. Okay, so now she deal about 50,000 because I put her on the first slot, the front row, so that she will deal damage first. Okay, now let's proceed to another opponent. Okay, now let's switch her to the back row, because I think if you put her at the last, it will be also advantage, because when your others character ultimate for the team, you can reduce them on the last turn, the anger, so they will not be able to ultimate on their turn, which is a good strategy. And also, just in case they survive the first round and they get to hit back, and if you put her at the front row with her low HP currently, she can be easily killed. Okay. Okay, let's see. She is the last turn, but now there's only one person left in the front row, so her ultimate skill can only reduce the anger for the front row. So if, let's say, the front row is down, I think then she can hit the back row with her ultimate skill. Okay, so you can see her damage reduced by half, because there's only one character left in the front row just now, compared to 3 characters in front for the first 2 battles. Well, as you can see now, I'm recharging for my arena battle, and each day I will do 10 battle, because 5 free and 5 additional that you have to use diamond, because if you did 10 for the 10 one, you will get one the universal fragment. So that's why daily I will do 10 arena battle. So let's continue and see whether we can see her ultimate for this, because this one is not the top 5 player. This is the rank, I think, 19 or 16. Okay. Oh, I don't think she can survive until the last one. Okay, well, everyone is down, so you don't get to see Nero ultimate for this turn. Well, so right now I will concentrate and try to max out all my S-class character, then I can do up another video to compare all the 6 S-class character which is released currently. So the first one that I got was NL, then the Kurosaki, then followed by this Amelia, then I got the Kirito, and then Saber, and lastly Nero. So each of them has their own advantage over one another, so you won't be able to say who is the strongest, because it depends on the situation, and also it depends on the hero that you are going against, especially in the Holy Grail where you are doing a 1-to-1 PvP battle. Okay, again only left with one player, so she only can ultimate for one, and the damage will not be that much, and it's 14,000 damage. And now let's redeem some of the prize for completing 10 arena battle each day. So as you can see, you can gain the XP coffee, the token, as well as like the universal fragment. So at the 10th battle you get the universal fragment as the reward. Okay, so Well, that's all I have for this video. I will do a follow-up once I max her up, because now she's on about 12,000 power, so which is quite low already, because currently you can see the rest, they can get close to 40,000 at orange fully trained. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.